Fluid coding and AI. Tencent just put Hy3 Preview into the wild, a 295 billion parameter open-weight model you can try for free, but the real question is whether it can hold up as a practical agent model. The useful story here is not that Tencent beat every frontier model. The useful story is whether Hy3 Preview gives developers a cheaper, long-context model for coding, tools, and agent workflows without falling apart on the harder tasks. By the end, you should know what Tencent actually released, how you can access it, what our local coding benchmark found, and where the preview label should make you cautious. Hy3 Preview is part of Tencent's Hunyuan family. OpenRouter lists the route as released on April 22, 2026. Tencent's model card says the weights were open-sourced on April 23, and Tencent's own announcement followed on April 24. Tencent calls it the most intelligent model in the Hy series so far, aimed at complex reasoning, instruction following, context learning, coding, and agent workflows. The technical hook is the mixture of experts' design. Tencent lists 295 billion total parameters, but only 21 billion activated parameters for each token. That is the economic bet: make a huge model, but only wake up a smaller slice during inference. The model card also lists a 3.8 billion parameter multi-token prediction layer, 80 layers excluding that layer, 92 experts with top 8 activation, and a 256K context length. There are 3 practical access paths. You can download the weights from Hugging Face and related model platforms. You can call Tencent Cloud TokenHub, or you can try the OpenRouter preview route. The catch is that these are not equivalent. Tencent lists TokenHub pricing around 18 cents per million input tokens, 6 cents for cached input, and 59 cents per million output tokens. OpenRouter lists a free variant, but as of May 5, 2026, that page says it goes away on May 8. Tencent is selling Hy3 Preview as an agent model, not just another chat model. The company says it is integrated into Yuanbao, IMA, CodeBuddy, WorkBuddy, QQ, QBrowser, Tencent Docs, and Tencent LearnShare. It also claims real user environments have shown complex agent workflows up to 495 steps. That is a big claim, but it is still Tencent's launch evidence, not an independent reproduction. We also have a local first-party benchmark run through OpenRouter's free route. The provider was OpenRouter, the model route was Tencent/Hy3 Preview free, and the suite had 21 coding cases. The overall score was 120.65 out of 2,000 Fenator, or 60.24%. 4 cases passed, 17 failed, although several failed cases still earned partial credit. The pattern matters more than the aggregate score. Easy cases scored 465 out of 500, and medium cases scored 365 out of 500. That is useful for basic coding tasks. But the hard category scored only 75 out of 500, with every hard case failing at 15 out of 100. Very hard cases also failed, even when billing, authorization, migration, and workflow cases earned meaningful partial credit. Open weight does not mean frictionless ownership. The model card recommends serving the 295 billion parameter model on 8 large memory GPUs, with H23E listed as an example. That is not normal desktop inference. The license also needs attention. Hugging Face marks it as other, and Tencent's Hy Community license excludes the European Union, the United Kingdom, and South Korea from its defined territory, with commercial and acceptable use restrictions. One interesting production lever is reasoning mode. Tencent's model card describes no think, low, and high modes. OpenRouter lists reasoning levels across disabled, low, and high. That gives builders a familiar trade-off. Use a faster direct mode when the task is simple, and spend more reasoning budget when the task is math, code, or multi-step planning. The research supports the modes. The right default still needs your own testing. My read is that Hy3 Preview is worth testing if you care about low-cost agent experiments, long context, coding assistance, or Tencent ecosystem integration. It has a credible architecture story and a useful access map. But I would not build production reliability around the free OpenRouter preview. I would not treat Tencent's internal agent claims as independently proven. and I would not assume open weights mean easy self-hosting. Run it against your own hard tasks, compare TokenHub, OpenRouter, and self-hosting separately, and watch whether the hard case reliability improves. If you want more source-backed AI model breakdowns without the launch day fog, like the video and subscribe to Fluid Coding and AI. I will keep tracking which new models actually survive real developer workflows.